Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with the Preacher.
What up?
I'm with the Sean O'Mac.
Hello.
Had a very exciting weekend of football, didn't we?
Yes.
Good Lord. We got some coaching news we're going to get into later. We have, just a game recap of last week. We got what's going on this week. I can't wait, man. We got a couple new sound effects we're going to let on you guys later.
Oh, later?
Yeah, we're not going to do it like right off rip.
Oh.
And we still have the foghorn.
You want here.
He likes that foghorn.
We do still have that foghorn. Yeah, it's great.
We have a new Canon one.
We do. We'll fuck it. No, we're gonna save it because we have to talk about our offensive coordinator later.
Oh, okay.
So,
we can do
Preacher,
that then.
let me hand you the ball and get trucking, baby.
So we had a couple of games last weekend. The first one that we should cover is the long-awaited Eagles-Rams game. Which that went down to the wire. Mm-hmm. Mark Andrews.
Oh my God.
You would have thought.
Wait.
What?
Flag.
Nope. Wrong game.
No, we don't need to talk about the Texans or Chiefs, or we don't need to.
You said Mark
Well,
Andrews.
Preacher needs
Flag?
a nap.
Oh my
I'm
god!
the Preacher. Don't know who's on what team.
Can we start over, please?
Absolutely not.
Can we? Gridiron Goons.
Absolutely not.
Episode
No way.
53.
That's you, bro.
The Bills-Ravens game went down
Sorry.
to the wires where Mark Andrews dropped a
Yes.
potential game-tying pass.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes, the
Thank
2-point
you.
conversion
Yes.
dropped.
And him and his girlfriend were getting death threats.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise
And
me.
the Buffalo Bill fan base donated $15,000 to the Mark Andrews Foundation.
Well, yeah, Bills Mafia always comes through.
Well, yeah, they were upset that he was getting death threats, and he's not even on his fucking team.
Right.
They're probably just sending him a thank you note, if we're being honest.
Is that the reason why they put it in there? Like, thank you for missing, so our season
Potentially,
continues?
they're trolling him. Let's say without really trolling him, if that makes sense.
I
They're
mean-
trying to make it look respectable, but at the same time, they're like, throwing it in his face, like, thank you for dropping
Yes.
that pass.
Yes, I completely agree.
So, I mean, listen, that game was terrible because,
It was a great
well,
game.
I'm saying it was terrible. The outcome was terrible. Like, for somebody like Sean who picked the Ravens,
Yes.
that outcome was terrible.
Yes.
Did Sean go 0-4?
Sean did go 0-4.
I thought so, because the only one he agreed on us with was the Lions.
Yes, and he lost.
So let's take it from the top.
Okay, so the Texans Chiefs game.
I mean, we all knew what was going to happen.
We did, but let me take this for a second.
Two
Yeah,
roughing
go
the
for
passer.
Dude, it has never been more blatant. Let me tell you, the issue is I 100% believe that Patrick Mahomes can be the greatest of all time. He can outdo Tom Brady.
Okay.
Being this young in his career, he's already got 3 Super Bowls. He's not even 30 yet. If he gets this one, let's just say he gets this one, he has 4 Super Bowl rings before turning 30. That's Joe Montana's entire career.
Oh!
Just saying.
And he just had a third kid.
Okay, congratulations, Patrick. But let me tell you something, buddy. Your reputation is slowly being tarnished because of the amount of protection you're getting from the refs. That's the thing is, I've said what I've said about Patty, and it's not great, right? I've said a couple real dog shit things about it, right? But at the end of the day, he is still one of the best in the league. But it's almost like he doesn't have to try because the refs are just going to give it to him anyway.
But is that ultimately at the end of the day, is that his fault or is that the league's fault for trying to push them to be successful?
It's the league for letting it go on.
Yes, but remember when they got the call right against the Bills in the regular season and he threw a fucking fit You remember that on the sideline? They had to restrain him from getting to the referees because they made the correct call? Crazy, dude. But your legacy is going to go down the toilet.
Oh.
All the way down because for
the
some
basement?
reason we're protecting you too much.
Why don't we just listen?
The refs gave him that game, Preacher.
I-
Handed it to him,
Well,
silver
we
platter.
know that, but that should have been expected.
Whether it should have been expected or not, it is ridiculous that we as a fan base have to sit through.
So here's where we're at. Buffalo. If you get a shot on Mahomes and you know you're going to get flagged regardless,
Fucking take
light
it.
his ass up.
Yep.
Fuck it. You're going to get called anyway.
Yep. Preacher.
Preach.
What say you?
I agree. I mean, listen, if you want Patrick Mahomes to and even the league to take notice, you can't just give him one of the little push at the end because they're going to throw it anyhow. So just lay him out.
So,
Similar
to what Sean said, but I'm going to take it to the next level
Oh.
because that's normally what I do.
Oh,
and this might not
no.
be the right thing,
Oh, no.
right?
No.
If I am a Bills defensive player, like
Yes.
what Sean was saying, I'm going to hit him as hard as I possibly can, even if it's late.
Oh.
I am going to try to knock him out of the fucking game. Dead ass. Because the protection is so insane. We saw it against the Texans. He was running around the sideline just looking at the defense like, you going to touch me? Because if you look like you're going to touch me, I'm just going to go to step out and you're going to get a flag. We've seen it.
Yeah.
So if I am a Bills defender, I'm seeing that and I'm going to fucking light his ass up on that sideline.
You're going to get called anyway, so
Yep.
you might as well get your monies out
Get
of it.
ejected about it. Fuck it.
Oh.
Reball.
Oh.
Whoa, preach.
Whoa.
Some say I'm a little rough, but that's all right, man.
Okay, so do we want to move to the night game on Saturday, or do we want to go to the next game on Sunday and leave the later one?
No, I'd like to just go in order.
Okay, Lions Commanders.
Shocker.
Absolute dog shit.
Jared Goof showed up.
Oh,
Wow. So that was fantastic. So earlier in the week, I said it's 90% golf, 20% coaching.
Yes.
I'm switching my percentage around a little bit to 75% golf because that dude only threw mallards. That's it.
Oh,
Absolute ducks out there. And 3 INTs, right? And was it a fumble as well, or am I wrong? I just know it was a terrible game on golf's part, and the coaching of it. Now, we know they like to go for it on fourth down, right? We know they like to run trick plays, right? That's just part of the coaching. You got to love it and hate it, right? But let me tell you something. Fourth quarter, down by 10, Jamison Williams is
What
not
was
throwing
that?
the fucking ball. No way in hell am I letting my wide receiver throw my football. It's not happening.
what were they down by? What was the score at that play?
They were down 10. It was like 41 to 31 or something. It was 10. I know it was 10. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And they're like, hey, J-Mo, on this third or fourth down, throw the fucking ball. A season on the line. Like, yeah, was Goff having a bad game? Yeah. Do I trust Goff to throw the ball more than Jamison fucking Williams? Yeah. Let's just get real here. But the trick plays, a lot of people are saying the trick plays is what killed them. To an extent, man. That's also how they got there. That's how they got to the show.
Yes.
Right? You can't give up on that shit. Like last year when they were mad at Dan Campbell for going for it on the fourth down. He did it all season long. Why would he change it now?
Right.
But in that situation, down by 10, fourth quarter, I am not leaving my season in the hands of Jamison Williams throwing the fucking ball.
Hey, man,
So-
stick with what got you there.
so Jared Goff it was 23 for 40, 313 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 2 sacks was his numbers.
No fumble.
No fumble.
Sorry about giving you an extra fumble.
There was
Go.
a fumble. It just doesn't log it on. I don't know. It says there's a fumble in the game split, but I don't know if that was
Okay.
his or not.
So
Well,
potentially he could have fumbled.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I could be remembering incorrectly, so I'm not going to make it too big of a deal. But
Yeah.
and to only complete like 52% of the passes, you said like
57.5.
57. Sorry,
Where-
man, I wasn't mathing.
Where, I mean, the lowest looks like 61.
Right
In the
He
regular
literally-
season.
he literally had his worst fucking game.
Yeah. I mean, he had this was the most interceptions he's thrown all year.
Even in the Texas game, he had a better one.
Let's see.
No, there it is, Texas, right here.
Oh, sorry, 5. 5 was the Texas.
But they
game.
still won that game.
Yes.
Yes, but I mean, outside of that, he was only either thrown 2 or 1, so he threw 3.
He went full Herbert.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Nothing but mallards.
Mallards.
Quack quack quack.
Yeah, good. But I mean, I guess the Lions they ended up not showing up in this game. Kudos to the Commanders. I mean, they came ready to ball. They pounced on opportunities and they capitalized on those
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yep.
I mean, you got to think, when they got interceptions, they turned them into points.
Oh
And
yeah.
when you have a 4-point turn, 4-point difference or a 7-point difference, like whether they go in and get 3-point or a 7-point on a play that you could have had, for the other team, that's huge. And now they got a big battle ahead. But I mean,
Yeah, they don't have no coordinators.
I get that.
Yeah.
Before we get into that coordinators, but to a regular listener of our podcast, Willie Hams, said, "Why are we throwing the ball when they're averaging 10 yards a carry?" That was the averages. 10 yards a fucking carry. He's got a point. Why are we even thinking about throwing the ball? You can't stop us.
I think I think they realized, oh, we need to throw it. That's where we need to go. But I mean, I think if you change it for one game, I mean, we'll talk about it in our college ball a little bit later. But when you play man all year and then you switch for a game,
Yes.
you have problems. When you run to throw the ball and then you automatically think you got to throw the ball to run the ball, that's when you have problems.
I mean, I agree,
So, I mean,
but they've been run first all year anyway.
right, but that's what I'm saying. If you don't stick to your status quo and you change it for one game, that's when you have problems because you're not used to it.
I get it. I completely understand.
I get what you're laying down.
I'm smelling what you're shitting. Who the fuck gave me a soundboard? I could not be happier right
I
now.
think I need to take that
You
from
don't
you.
touch this soundboard, bro. Oh, I paid my fair share.
Oh, okay. Well, anything else on this Lions game?
No.
Well, the Commanders really did a really good job in this game.
Yes, they did.
And they're going to have to play the Eagles because the Eagles beat the Rams.
They did.
I guess for me, something coming out of this game now, I really was hoping that the Eagles would have lost because I would have been given J-Man, absolute just hassle and text after text. For our listeners, I'm a huge Packers fan, and my best friend J-Man, he's an Eagles fan. And last week when Green Bay played, or 2 weeks ago when the Green Bay played Philly, I would want to say go Pack go. Go Pack go. And J-Man texts me every time something went bad for Green Bay.
Yeah,
the initial
yeah.
kick sent just laughing emojis. Then the Green Bay missed field goal, laughing emojis. Then every single time that J-Man, something happened to Green Bay, J-Man would send laughing pic emojis at me. And I wanted to rip his head off. I'm not going to lie.
Whoa.
He's my best friend, but I still wanted to rip his head off.
I get that.
And he was like, "Oh, you're so quiet." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I was actually waiting until Green Bay would have came back and won because they were kind of almost they were mounting
trying.
a charge." And I was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to stay quiet until I could have just roasted you." So every time that something happened to the Eagles last week, I sent laughing face emojis at them, and I was really hoping that the Rams were able to knock them off, and they were close.
You and me both.
They had and the thing is, they had a very good game.
Yes.
Like the score doesn't show how good the game
Yes.
was.
And I want to say this: the Commanders, rephrase that. The Eagles are not foolproof. The Eagles have some weaknesses that teams are starting to exploit, and if the Commanders can do it, spoiler alert, I'm giving my pick right now.
I'm giving mine as well.
Give me the Commanders.
I'm with you.
I do not believe the Commanders have what it takes to beat the Eagles.
Oh,
I'm the odd one out. I don't think they have the power to beat them. Now, did I think they were going to beat the Lions? No. But did the Lions beat themselves? Yes.
No.
Yes. The stat line proves it, buddy. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying any discredit to Jaden Daniels. He's having one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. Seems like you say this almost every year, don't we? But he's having a phenomenal rookie season. He's fucking killing it. And if he gets one more game and he can go into that Super Bowl, I believe, please fact check me, but I believe he will be the first rookie ever, quarterback-wise, to start in the Super Bowl. I'm almost positive on that.
What about Rex Grossman?
I don't know what that means. Why is he gross?
well, Rex Grossman threw a bunch of picks.
Yes.
In the Super Bowl?
No, just in general.
All right, then. So I don't know.
To
What's going on?
to fact check you a little bit, you talked about if the Lions played better, it would have been different.
Yes.
So interception, followed by a Commander's missed field goal. All right. The second interception gave Commanders a touchdown. The third interception was a touchdown. The fourth interception in the game was a interception touchdown.
Pick six.
Pick six, right? So, and then off the fumble, the Commanders had a field goal. So, the Lions did beat themselves up, and maybe the Commanders can exploit issues and cause turnovers in this game. Mm-hmm. And if that is the case, that's where I think the Commanders can have the upper leg.
Well, here's why I don't think the Commanders have it.
Okay.
If Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery can be averaging 10 yards a carry, what the fuck is Saquon going to average? At least 10. You can't tell me that Saquon's not the best running back in the league this year. I'm not, no knock to Montgomery, no knock to Gibbs, but he's better than them. Proof's in the pudding. And the Eagles are a lot like the Lions in the way of, if you can't stop this play, we'll run it over and over and over and over and over. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
So Saquon had 205
Yes.
and 2 touchdowns in this game against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
In the Green Bay game, Saquon Barkley had 119. So,
And that's just on the ground, right? That's not including
that
catching?
was just 25 carries for 119.
That's just rushing.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's not going to happen, dude.
Fuck him.
I would love to see the Commanders go. If I had my choice, I would much rather see the Commanders go. But it's just not going to happen.
the receiving totals for the Rams game was 27, and the Packers game was 4. So that's receiving wise. So I mean, listen, if they can shut them down, I mean, Green Bay proved in the wild card that if you at least can stop their offense, you can keep yourself in the game.
Okay. What corner does the Commanders
Mike
have
Sainristil.
that can shut down A.J. Brown?
Yes, absolutely.
A.J. Brown.
Yes, absolutely.
I
Shut down
disagree.
Amara last week.
A.J. Brown is much better than Amon-Ra.
How do you figure?
Amon-Ra is way more of a slot guy. On the outside, he can't make his own space as much as normal.
A.J. Brown hasn't even been getting the ball.
Doesn't matter, dude. He still
He's
has
on
the skill
sidelines
set.
reading books.
He claims he's been doing it all season.
What do you think he's reading?
It was that, the damn, it was like quotes to live by or something like that.
Oh.
Inspirational quotes.
Oh.
He had a whole page highlighted and
Interesting.
underlined and shit.
Interesting.
No, man, I get that.
Well, it's almost like we previewed the game without previewing the game.
Kinda, yeah.
But yeah, man, the Eagles won against the Rams.
You started it.
I did actually, so I do take ownership of it. Do we want to? Well, we kind of previewed or reviewed the Bills
kinda
Ravens
did, yeah.
game.
Josh Allen's a clear-cut MVP.
Yes.
Clear-cut.
So
It's not even close.
I mean, do we want to send the goons to a commercial tonight, or do we just want to cut and keep rolling?
Sean, we'll leave it up to you, buddy. Commercial time! As we take a break from our regularly scheduled program, let me tell you about our shirts. We got the Gridiron Goon shirts. We got the 2 GGs on the front. They usually come in white, but you can get them in any colors you want. For example, this is the San Francisco 49er shirt. It's got the red and the gold. And on the back, let me flip this bitch. We got the whole logo on the back. Crisp, clean, nice. I tell you what, these babies are comfy. Gildans. They run you $20 a pop. And all you got to do is hit us up. We'll get you in touch with the craft jar, or we'll do it all ourselves. It depends how many orders we have. Anyway, man, back to the show. So, after that glorious new commercial, I hope you guys liked it. One thing that I want to say, because remember, guys, at the end of the season, the MVP talks was Lamar and Josh. And everybody was saying that it was the stats that put Lamar over Josh Allen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Where'd the stats get him during that game? Nowhere. Flushed him, bro. Flushed him.
He really had an awful game.
Who?
Lamar.
No. Look at the stats. He had a much better game.
Didn't he throw 2 picks? Or just one?
I thought it was one.
The
but-
game was. Oh, whoa. Divisional round.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
And
man.
a fumble?
Your first day.
Lamar Jackson,
He did have a fumble. I know that.
254, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
And a fumble, yes or no? Before I keep going here.
Just keep going.
Anyway, the stats aren't always showing the whole picture, right? Josh Allen had the 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Because why? He had no one to give the ball to.
Where's Cook?
I don't know. That is what I'm saying is Josh Allen is the reason the Buffalo Bills win games. It's not his defense. It's not anybody on his offense. So I seen a crazy stat that to have the wins and the stats that Allen has and to not have a 1,000-yard receiver or a 1,000-yard back has never happened. And that was Josh Allen. James Cook didn't have over 1,000 rushing yards.
This year?
Nope, he didn't have it. That's what they were saying, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Week 18 comes up.
James Cook regular season totals 207 for 1,009 yards.
1,000. Okay, so
So-
week 18 he eclipsed it.
Tomato.
Potato. I don't understand. Anyway, really? Is that where we're going? Like, no, it's Josh Allen's the only reason why the Buffalo Bills have won any fucking games, and it is hands down clear cut to me.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I just
You
feel like
really
I
still want Lamar, huh?
No, because I don't want either of them. But I guess
What the fuck? Who
Okay.
do you want?
Oh,
Jordan loves dog shit.
oh,
What?
oh. Sorry, I wanted to be a homer and have my guy win, but I guess not.
Baker had a much better shot if you're trying to get technical.
Well, I'm not a Buccaneers fan.
You should be.
What about Brock Purdy?
Yeah, where'd he go this year, bud?
Jordan
Stop.
Mason.
No. Told you earlier, don't do that. It's bad juju.
George
Stop.
Kittle.
What the fuck is your problem, bro? Spit it out, home slice.
Done?
Yes, he's done.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, continue.
I didn't have nothing. He's the one that was saying it.
Yeah, but like we were looking at you.
Right.
We need
Preach knows what that's all about. He was doing it earlier.
You missed it today when you
Oh.
were on the phone call at
Whoops.
the time. But Terry and I were just saying like Brock Purdy. Brock. Yeah.
This is not a singing show. I'm sorry.
And then we would just go through every player on the team, and Sean would just be like, "No." So that's all I was doing there. No, Josh Allen probably in the game film footage wise, I would say he doesn't have the edge. But then when you look at the complexity of the whole entire team, that's where I'd give him the edge. Like you said, he doesn't have, James Cook 1,009 yards, and that was week 18. He gets there.
Khalil Shakir,
Yes, and
Amari
Keon
Cooper,
Cole.
They should have made
Keon
that
Cole.
trade for Mingo.
Mac Holland.
They should have. I guess so. But, I mean, when you look at the roster, I feel like Josh Allen's the reason why they're in this position. So, of course, you have to go Josh Allen because I think at the end of the day, if the MVP is the MVP, it should be the most valuable player and not the most popular player.
Sean, didn't I basically just say exactly what he just said, and then he said no?
Essentially, but it's okay.
Listen, I was trying to be a homer for my Packer team. I didn't want to agree with you because there's no arguing with you, but I figured I had to agree with you. I need a nap.
It's okay.
All right.
We digress.
Okay.
Anyhow, essentially what I'm saying is that Josh Allen's the MVP, even though I don't necessarily want him to be the MVP.
Preacher.
I don't understand.
Anyhow,
Won't it be his first MVP? And his first Super Bowl?
it's gonna
Like,
go.
hell
to,
yeah.
It's gonna go to Patrick Mahomes.
What is? Stop.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It has a better chance of going to Shaquan.
Barkley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
you want to get into the previews of these games, or do you want to hear Sean talk about the coordinator situation going on
Sean,
everywhere?
coordinator situation, go right now.
Yes, we had some big news coming up as soon as the fucking Lions lost, and that whole team went to shit. Lions lost. Lions lost their offensive coordinator. What was it, yesterday? A couple days ago? Whatever. Ben Johnson went to Detroit. It was between them and Jacksonville. Ultimately, what made his decision was coaching Caleb Williams.
Chicago. You said Detroit. Chicago. He left Detroit.
My bad. Leaving Detroit, taking the job in Chicago.
And
Staying in division, and I love that.
And what was that for? Why did he really go there?
To be head coach.
No.
For who?
The Bears.
No, for
For
who?
Caleb Williams.
For Caleb Williams.
Been saying it all year. Gonna continue to say it.
Listen, Caleb Williams just throwing nothing but straight.
I don't know. Yes and no. I'm gonna have
Just keep
to
rolling.
I'm gonna have to agree to disagree. But like
Go ahead.
his passes are nice. But like everything else is so bad. His arm talent
He
is
does not
insane.
throw interceptions, and that's a huge plus.
Not anymore. I mean, his nail stylist was probably like, quit throwing interceptions or I won't paint him that color no more.
Ben's not going to tolerate that.
Yes, he is.
His nail tech was probably like, yeah, I'm going to put a clear coat so you might not throw any picks anymore.
Yeah. They're like,
I love the idea that Ben Johnson stayed in division and went to a rival.
that just means that the Bears versus the Lions next year is really going to mean something.
You know, what if he turns the Bears around? So let's speculate right now.
Reckless speculation?
Real reckless
you know
speculation.
I love that.
So-
Preach. Play the game.
Listen, let's play the game that he
Game
that he
man.
goes to Chicago. So as I was saying, if they can make it where all four teams of the NFC North are absolute powerhouses, could you imagine the 1 seed Green Bay Packers? Oh, sorry. The 1 seed, the Detroit Lions.
There you go.
The 5 seed, the Minnesota Vikings. The 6 seed, the Green Bay Packers. And the 7 seed, the Chicago Bears.
You know what? I'll even let you flip the Vikings and Packers if you
I
like.
mean, okay, so the 5 seed, the Green Bay
I'll
Packers.
let you flip
The
that.
6 seed, the Vikings. And the 7 seed, the Bears. And the only other teams are the ones that win the division.
Yeah, the Bucks. How
Yeah.
they're going to wash that entire fucking thing.
Yes.
Niners.
The Niners and the...
Who the fuck gave us a soundboard? I love this so much.
I really hope that our fans love this.
Because if you guys don't, you're going to have to find another podcast.
Because we...
I'm sorry, man. My ADHD's loving this shit.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I absolutely love the situation Minnesota's in right now. With as far as being they just extended
Yep.
Kevin O'Connell,
Okay.
so he's going to be there for a while. But I love the situation they're sitting in as far as quarterback goes, because with the way Sam Darnold played over the last 3 weeks,
Yes.
let's not forget you got JJ sitting there from Michigan.
Let's not
Yeah,
forget
bye-bye.
that the prophecy has to be fulfilled.
I
and
like that one
Aaron
better.
Rodgers has to go to Minnesota.
Rogers, I know you're listening. If you don't go to Minnesota, no one's going to like you ever again.
Listen, I can't listen, dude. It has to happen. This way.
JJ's there.
Has to happen.
He already was set back once before. You can just shelf him for another year.
I mean, it's not like he's going to be worth a fuck. He's from Michigan.
The only
Preach.
quarterback that was worth anything for Michigan was Tom Brady, and he cheated half of his career to get there.
And he was like a 5th round pick. Bro.
Yeah.
6.
Whatever.
Either way, irregardless,
Irregardless of that fact.
the prophetic word has to be
Prophetic.
yes.
That shit's wild,
It
bro.
has. Aaron Rodgers has to go to Minnesota to complete the prophecy of Green Bay
No,
quarterbacks.
please stop tarnishing your legacy. Go out, fucking walk in the woods to the dark hole and go. Just be gone.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
agree. But we still got to talk one more thing about coordinators, too. Defensive
Yeah,
coordinator. from
what's
the
happening
Lions.
with that?
Aaron, Detroit once again lost their DC. He used to play for the Jets. So this marks. Here's an interesting tidbit. Okay, with the Aaron Glenn hiring to the Jets, marks the 5th head coach in the league to coach for the team he played for.
Like, ever?
What do you mean ever?
Ever in all of
Like
NFL
Like, there's only ever been 5 NFL coaches that played and coached on the same team? Or, like, just for the Jets?
I was relatively thinking, just recently.
What about Vrabel to the Patriots?
Yeah.
Well, he's one of the 5.
oh.
I think, why don't you talk about that too?
Well, the 5 would be, what do you got? Aaron Glenn, right?
Yep.
Vrabel, right?
Campbell.
Dan Campbell, the Lions. D'Amico Ryans.
4.
Yep.
Think.
Yep.
Think.
Think.
Oh, Coach Harbaugh.
You play for the Chargers?
Yes.
Ew.
Oh,
That's kind of cool.
listen. I feel like this.
And,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead, preach.
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Why did we put that on there? It's so dumb.
And we have a offer out to Robert Saleh. I think we're close to getting it done. Make him the highest paid coordinator in the league.
Nope.
And he's coming home.
You want to know where he's going?
Don't say Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Nobody wants to go to that shit show.
Who else doesn't want to go to that shit show?
Liam
Let me give you guys a hint.
Cohen. Liam Cohen withdrew his name from the Jaguars head coaching vacancy to he's going to be retained by the Buccaneers as their OC.
God, I love that. Oh my God.
Preach.
Oh. You do love that.
That's my boy right there. I wanted him to be the head coach.
So do
love
you-
that guy.
Do you think that improves Baker's outlook next year even more?
Absolutely. Absolutely. With the rising of Jalen McMillan, with Godwin maybe coming back, maybe not. Free agency's hitting him this year.
What about Coach Bowles?
Hit the bricks.
Wait a second.
I just said that.
Oh.
Preach.
Go ahead.
Coach Bowles.
Well, I was going to forward on and say you have maybe another tandem pair in Bucky and Rashad White.
Dude, our offense, so realize it was clicking at the end of this season,
Yes. Yes.
right? Now, next season, if we get Godwin back,
Okay.
it'll be perfection.
Don't forget about Sean Tucker.
No. If we don't get Godwin back, it's going to suck. I'm not going to lie. Not our offense. It's going to suck not having Godwin on the team.
Right.
I really want him on the team, but I did say at the beginning of the season, I think McMillan is going to take his role.
Okay.
I said it at the beginning of the
Now-
season, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, but,
But,
you still need
man.
a tight end.
We do, and I'm hoping that we snag one. K.
Out of
Dotton,
the draft?
yeah, but I don't know who's out there because you guys won't tell me. You know?
Because that's our big board for the draft, bro.
I would say Mitchell Evans out of Notre Dame.
Wow.
Here's the reason. So, Mitchell Evans is a very good blocking tight end. He did have an ACL issue last year.
Trying to get me a hurt tight
Well,
end.
but
Brown?
here's the deal. So, he made some big plays in that national championship game that we'll talk about
soon.
well, it'll actually be, or we've already will have talked about it by the time this comes out. But anyhow,
Yeah.
so he made some big plays. He's a really good tight end on blocking when he needs to, but also releasing into the open space. He should be at a good value pick.
So you're saying he's a smart tight end? His
Yes.
IQ.
Yeah, he's a very, very smart tight end. He's also very at a valuable, he's probably not going to go as high as he would have if this was, pre ACL injury. Because typically with tight ends, like if you have an ACL, they kind of maybe
Yeah.
look at it a little bit different. But he should still be a good pickup. Might be able to get him in a value pick. But dude, I'll tell you what. If you get Godwin back with McMillan, Godwin, and
Now
Evans,
that's a three-headed monster right
that
there.
is a three-headed monster right
That's
there.
nasty work.
But man, I'll tell you what. That'll be interesting if he doesn't. Godwin doesn't come back.
If he doesn't come back, good luck to Godwin for sure. No ill will towards him. I love that guy. He's awesome. He's in the top 5 greatest Buccaneer wideouts of all time, and he's been the 2 his entire career. That says something. Mad respect. But yeah, man, enough on that. Cohen staying, couldn't be happier. Any other coordinator news or head coaching news you got, Sean O'Mac?
I don't want to speculate.
You should,
Okay.
though.
We love speculation.
Okay, I will. So there's the rumor. There's a little thing going around.
So here's a guy.
The Raiders are trying to bring back Chucky.
Chucky.
The doll.
John Gruden
What?
for their head coaching job.
Oh.
Dude, there's no way he's a part of Bar. He's
That's
in
why I didn't
Barstool
want to
now.
speculate.
He's in Barstool. He ain't going nowhere. Put your phone away. He's staying at Barstool. And he's got that podcast thing going. I don't know what he's doing, but it's legit. I see the clips of it all
He's
the time.
61 years old.
So? Pete Carroll's like 98.
Well, that's true.
There's talks if Salah takes the Jacksonville job, we might bring Pete Carroll in as our DC.
Not
Did
a bad
you
idea.
know that John Gruden was born in Sandusky, Ohio?
Yes.
Is it Upper Sandusky, which is actually lower than
No,
regular
it's
Sandusky?
Sandusky.
You know how much that doesn't make fucking sense?
Listen, I don't know how to help you, but
Ohio just needs to.
you work here, and the studio's in Ohio.
Yeah, but like barely.
It's still in Ohio.
Yeah, but like I could throw a football into Michigan.
You know who can't hit at Michigan with a football?
Who's that?
Brock Purdy.
I don't see how that made much sense. But
Jake Moody. Because he's
now that one I'll give you for sure.
Moody range.
He's always in Moody range.
Anything else before we get to this Bills-Chiefs preview?
Yeah, we got to preview that because we basically already did the Commies Eagles.
Oh, we did.
You did that.
I'm sorry, I jumped ahead.
Usually it's me going out of order.
Yeah, I know, but
It's kind of nice to be the good guy for a change.
Well, let's go
Not
ahead
often.
and get into this. The Chiefs Bills rematch from the regular season in the NFC
Let's
Championship
go,
or
Buffalo.
AFC
Please
Championship
pound these
game.
motherfuckers,
Buffalo's
dude.
got them. They did in the regular. They'll do it again.
I think they will have the ability to learn how to keep it clean because we all have the feeling. We all know the refs are going to try to
The
get
refs are going to. The Chiefs are going to win this game because the refs. It's going to come down to
Okay.
calls.
Okay.
So are you taking the Chiefs or you taking the Bills?
I'm taking the Bills.
Are you taking the Chiefs or you taking the Bills? I'm Bills all day, baby.
Well, I guess we're going to Bills sweep it.
Bills.
What was that?
Yeah, but
There's no fog.
you do it. There's a,
Preach. Do we know?
Do we know?
Do we know the weather in Kansas City this Saturday?
I mean, I would assume it's warmer than it is right now.
no.
No.
Oh. Right now?
KC Mo, bro.
Let me see. Let me
Or
look it up.
whenever-
Keep talking.
Whenever
keep
the
talking
game
about
is
this
Saturday,
game.
Sunday.
Keep
Anyway,
talking about
it
the
doesn't
game.
matter. Buffalo Bills walking away with it last second, just like they did during the regular season. They're going to keep the refs out of it. Bang. What do we got, Preach?
24 as the low for both Saturday and Sunday.
Oh
so,
wow!
So I mean,
Hell
Yeah. so
Are these games both on Sunday, or is one on Saturday?
I thought
on
one
Sunday?
was on Saturday, one's on Sunday.
I think they're both on Sunday.
Well, why do we do this in the league? Why do we do this? Why can't we just have a game on Saturday? and
Why
a game
can't we
on
all just
It-
get along?
It might be. Don't.
No, it's 2 Sunday games, 3 o'clock and well, at least they gave us a 6:30 game.
I love
tonight.
that so
Why
much.
can
Oh.
we not do that moving forward on Sunday night, 6:30 game?
They should have had them both on Monday.
What kind of lays do you got on this, Sean O'Mac?
No.
I won't have.
I asked Sean O'Mac, not the preacher.
Oh, okay.
I won't have none up until kickoff.
Oh. No sweat bets?
They're gonna give no sweat bets.
Yes.
At least one a game, guaranteed. I've got the no sweat bets. It's a bad impersonation, but you all know what I'm doing.
Yes, it's
I've got the best parlays. No one's got better parlays than me. It's a bad impression, but you know exactly who I'm trying to be. It doesn't matter if it's bad or not.
Anyhow.
I just try to have fun.
Uh,
This is America.
oh. Oh, it is America.
Preach.
Golf of America coming soon.
Where did you go? Oh, I saw the Gulf of America, baby.
What kind of animals are you going to see down there?
Ducks.
That one was forced, and I don't care.
Wait,
What?
did we mention Vrabel is the new head coach in New
I was
England?
trying to get you to roll with it. And you told me to go fuck myself. I literally handed you the ball, and you were like, "Yeah, don't want it."
Well, I mean, once Vrabel found out that Ryan Day was staying in Ohio State, he figured he had to go somewhere else.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Vrabel to the Pats, dude. I like that.
I do too. I think it's gonna be a good pick.
And let's all not jump the gun. He had a year off. He might come back rusty. They might say he's washed year one.
Do you know what he did last year? He was a special consultant for the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know what that means. I'm special. I consult people all the time. The fuck?
It's not special education, big dog.
And he has brought Josh McDaniel back to New England as his OC. Yes.
And
I don't know what that means.
listen, I'm more excited for this than I am the Jets because I just feel like this is just a perpetual
Yeah.
Jets cycle over
Yeah.
and over again of
Yeah.
getting somebody that isn't going to really perform and
Yeah.
do what they need to do. So, well, I really hope that we're in for some 2 good games here.
I think they're going to be great
Because-
games, but I'm ready to break my TV.
Oh, the Bucks ain't even in it.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the refs. 'Cause
Oh.
it's the Bills versus the refs. I mean, the cheats. I mean, fuck, the Chiefs.
Oh,
Sorry. I always misspeak.
Can you guys snap their calls?
snap their call sheet.
Like their bad calls. Snap it.
Oh.
I wouldn't snap that if my life depended on it, I'll be honest with you.
Well, at least your TV will make it to at least 6:35.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Wait, they played a late game?
yes.
Well, that's good for my TV. I want to at least watch the commies on the big one.
Yeah, I mean, 3 o'clock on Fox for the Washington Commanders Philadelphia Eagles game, and then 6:30 on CBS is the
Romo's on the call. Let's go.
I like that.
So do I.
Tom Brady and Romo.
Wow.
I've been saying I want that. I want that to happen.
No, I'm saying like they're both
No.
gonna be on like
Oh yeah, but just separate. My ultimate call. If I had a game, I
Yes.
would want Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and Tom Brady. Can you? Oh my God!
oh okay man.
All right, man.
All right, well, with that being said,
Well, hold on. We got to
Wait.
give him at least a little bit for next week.
oh
So next week's episode
That's right, I forgot.
might be a little bit different because
Oh.
it's just kind of a review of these 2 games, and then it's Pro Bowl games.
ugh.
So I don't necessarily know how we're going to work that out, but fuck, man, you guys know we'll figure something out. We'll bring you some type of good content. That's what we do.
You know, the Pro Bowl used to be a really good game, but now it's definitely.
I mean, at least they embraced it. Let's just get real
yeah,
here.
that's true. That's true.
I mean, anyway.
Anyhow,
And we are working on some off-season stuff after the Super Bowl. We don't know exactly how we're bringing it yet, but we're definitely tossing up some ideas. The fuck you smacking
keep
me
going.
for?
Keep going.
What are you about? What?
I forgot something.
Oh, then go.
Oh.
Say it.
We are now on iHeartRadio,
Oh yeah.
Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
and Amazon Music. So
Yes.
we are
Let's
in
go.
those.
That's where.
You hit 2 at once. The duck and the horn.
The duck horn, bro.
They should play that at San Francisco games like that. Yeah, but we are on those platforms now as well.
Yes, we are.
So tell your friends we're on more platforms. So if they don't have Spotify,
Yes.
well, hey, they can listen to Apple Podcasts.
Absolutely.
Or hey, if they're on iHeart, we are there too. And so anyhow, it's going to be a great weekend of football.
It is.
Buckle up.
If it ever gets here,
Buckle up, baby.
Yes.
Do it.
So anyhow, I'm Preacher. It's going to be a great weekend. Buckle up, baby.
We're in for the ride. He kind of fucked that up.
I did.
Shadow back.
And this is Brandon, and that's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron Goon Studios. And always remember, we have a soundboard now, and I will fuck around and hit this noise all the time if I want. This is your week.